Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by cancer-fighting biotech company Radiopharm Theranostics, ASX code RAD. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the Executive Chairman of Radiopharm Theranostics, Paul Hopper. Hi, Paul.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Radiopharm is just listed on the ASX at 60 cents a share after raising $50 million at an initial market cap of $152 million. The company is looking to develop a pipeline of what it calls radiopharmaceutical biotech inventions for both therapeutic and diagnostic applications in the fight against cancer. It has secured licenses for 4 key medical technologies from some of the world's leading universities, institutes and scientists. All right, Paul, before we get into that, my research tells me you've personally got form in the biotech space. What other ASX-listed biotech successes have you been involved with?
I'm the founder and executive chairman of Imugene, which I think is now the largest biotech on the ASX, a $3.5 billion company. I floated Chimeric Therapeutics in January this year, and I technology seeded. In other words, I put the technology into companies such as Patras, Prescient, and Casia. So there's about 5 or 6 of them. Okay,
so Radiopharm has picked up 4 medical technologies being developed for the fight against cancer. What's the common theme amongst them?
Right, so they are all cancer-fighting technologies, so we're not looking outside the oncology area, and basically they all have the same thing in common. They've got 2 parts to them. One is a diagnostic, that's where you look at the cancer by lighting it up, and the second is where you treat it by actually putting a tiny bit of radioactive material up against the cancer cell, and it effectively blows it up.
I've seen the term radiopharmaceutical pop up in a number of corporate deals recently. Who else is wading into this space, and what sort of deals have they done?
We are now the 3rd radiopharmaceutical company listed on the ASX. The big one that has done incredibly well is Telix, and that listed about 3 years ago. And then about 6 or 7 weeks ago, there was another listing with a company called Clarity. Telix listed 3 years ago, raising $100 million, and I think Clarity raised about 95 when it listed recently.
How big do you estimate the market opportunity is for radiopharmaceuticals?
Oh, look, this is an absolutely massive market. There's pretty well any form of cancer that can be covered, from breast, lung, head and neck, pancreatic, prostate. So when a lot of these drugs actually get approved, we're talking markets of $10 billion plus.
Paul Hopper from Radiopharm Theranostics, thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears today. And remember, we're only here to give you information, not advice, which you should of course seek independently. I'm Matt Birney and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page on the 6PR, 2GB and 3AW websites and click the Public Companies tab.